yesterday woke up for like the first time in a long time, not exhausted. I didn't get any more sleep than normal. I just didn't feel tired when I got up. I said, where's the cadence? Oh, I guess we have a chance. Probably not. We didn't used to do the other team song. And then somebody complained about it, so Bob started doing it. I think it was from a different school.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to tonight's Dairyland Conference volleyball matchup between the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers and the Eleva-Strum Central Cardinals. We want to remind everyone that high school athletics is a learning experience. Please refrain from verbal harassment of players, coaches, and officials throughout the match. Tonight's officials are Terry Felt and Richard Otto. We'd also like to remind you that pop pizza and hot dogs are not allowed in our gym. Please slowly bring in water, candy, and popcorn. Now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, please stand for the singing of our national anthem to be sung by Miss Isabel Walsh. Thank you, Isabel. Wonderful.
Okay, welcome to the game here at Eleva-Strum. Varsity game here. I'm Sherman Kettner and I'll be joined by Katara Melky tonight. Starting for the Lancers, we have Emma Miller, that's number 2. Annie Oster, number 9. Number 9, Erica Oster. I must have gotten Annie's number wrong. Here, hold on. Annie was 8. Allison Schoenbeck, number 8. Nope. 10. And Bryn Schoenbeck, number 11. Number 18, Claire Schoenbeck. And the libero, number 7, Faith Kazemba. Coached by Joe Lau. That's the Lancers starting lineup here for varsity.
Okay, for Eleva-Strum, we have number 3, Kylie Putzi. Number 5, Jordan Turk. Number 6, Grace Clark. Number 7, Kelly Hansen. Number 8, Jaden Elfson.
Number 15, Olivia Winju.
And number 15, Olivia Wenju.
Number 2, Brianna Nelson.
And libero number 2 and 16, Brianna Nelson.
Head coach, Dana White.
And they're coached by Dana White.
Okay. We had a good JV game earlier. Our JV took it 2-0. They did take 1, but it was after the match ended, so 2-0 or 2-1 if you want to count all 3 matches. Looks like varsity will start up here in just a bit.
Well, sorry, what did you say?
You want to do play-by-play?
Yeah. We have Faith Kazemba in for Allison Schaller. And serves up. Up by Emma Miller, set by Bryn, and a nice hit by Claire Schoenbeck. Up by 8 to 3, and a drive over by 7, but it's out of bounds.
I think our fans are going to be louder than theirs again tonight here. Started out that way anyways. Nice start here by the Lancers.
We have number 11, Bryn Schoenbeck serving. Up by 3, set by 6. A nice hit by 7 to Faith Kazemba. Up by Bryn. And hit by Erica. 3 3 not quite able to receive it, and she shanks it off to the side.
Lancers starting out with some good, strong serves here.
Served by Bryn Schoenbeck. Up by their libero, set by 6 for a nice quick to 15. Emma Miller digs it, and Claire has a nice tip, but it's blocked by Annie hits it, and 7 digs it, 15, and pushed over. Up by Emma, set, and hit to Annie. It's off the block. Up by 7, and rolled over by 15. Up by Emma Miller, over to Bryn, hit by Annie. And 6.
Very well played there by both teams. That one spike there by Eleva-Strum was very well set up.
That was really nice.
I don't know what those are called, but where they just barely hit it up quicks.
Yep. They were really hard to do. Served by Bryn, up by, I can't see her number. Tipped over, and tipped back by Bryn, up by 8. Pushed over by 3, I think. Up by Bryn, over by 8. Hit by Annie, out of bounds.
Both teams playing pretty well here. The score is 3-1. Lancers are up by 2.
We'll have Eleva serve, number 6. Not on here. Up by Emma Miller to Bryn Schoenbeck, and a nice hit by Bryn. The block gets caught in between the neck on number 7 there, and she lifts it up.
Lancers really getting some wow, I'm using that word way too much. Really getting some good power on the ball there.
We'll have Claire Schoenbeck up to serve. She's normally got really accurate serves. So up to 3, set by the libero, and a back row attack by 8. Up by Annie, Bryn, and hit by Erica, and it's up by Bryn again off the block, and drove over by Annie. Eleva does a nice job getting there, but Erica hits it right back down in the back corner.
That was very well placed there by Erica Oster. Nicely done. Lancers also doing a good job keeping it off the ground right under the net here. They've had a couple of close calls, but managed to pull it up every time.
And it's Claire's second serve, up by the libero to 6, and a nice back side attack. Faith to Avery, and hit by Erica. Up to 6, hit by 7. Lancers go up to block. Get it caught, drops, and back over to 3. 7 hits it to Faith Kazemba, up by Avery, and hit by Annie. A nice up by 3, 16. Free ball over by 3 to Claire Schoenbeck, up by Avery. And a back attack by Riley, off the block to their libero. Over by Eleva, and then Lancers hit it out of bounds.
Great saves there by both teams. That one there by the Lancers on the ground, just not giving up, and then Eleva-Strum really hustling after the ball and keeping it in play there. Nicely done. End up earning them a point. The score is 5-2. Sorry, we've been being bad about that.
Up by Ali Schoenbeck to Avery, and pushed over by Annie. Up by libero, up by 8, and a nice hit by 7. Lancers not quite able to get the block back over the net. Both teams are really on top of it tonight.
Yeah, really putting a lot of power onto those balls.
Oh, served by 16 to Ali Schoenbeck again, and a back attack by Erica, and it's up to Ali. And a free ball over by Riley, but it'll be out of bounds. A bit too much.
Both teams really trying to block a lot here tonight and had some success already early on, so.
And it'll be her third serve again to Ali, and tipped over by Avery. It was a very nice spot. 3 not quite able to get there.
Normally you don't see those sneaky tips working out all that much. Normally they just throw the other team off a little bit, but nicely done there by Avery, paying attention to the floor.
And Erica will have her first serve of the night, and it's up by 3, up by 6, and pushed into the net by 3. She's trying to get it over, but
score is 7-4. We are really being bad about that tonight. Our bad. Lancers up.
And it's Erica's second serve, up to the libero, over to 7, and drove over by 8. Ali Schoenbeck receives it, Erica sets, and Annie drives it over. And it's inbounds. That was a really nice spot.
Lancers really having some great placement tonight. So far, definitely a good game for the Lancers. Score 8-4. Lancers up.
And Erica's up for her third serve. but it's in the net. Wait. Out of rotation, so she'll get a point. Yep.
That was a lucky break there.
That was really lucky.
Not very often I think that happens. Save it into the net and then they get called for out of rotation.
Now she'll have her fourth serve, up by Libero, tipped over by 6 to Avery and set by Riley. Drove over by Annie into the net, but there's no touch, so Lancers will get called on 4
Just
hits.
didn't quite put enough up on that one there.
Nope.
Score is 9-5. Number 7's going to be serving. That's Kelly.
Kelly Hansen. Up by Faith Kazemba to Avery. And Annie hits in the back to 8. Set by 6. And 3 hits it to Faith Kazemba. Up by Avery. And Allie hits it. I couldn't tell if that was into the net or off the block.
2 in a row there for 2 in a row in the net there for the Lancers. Not necessarily what you want here. Scores
Nope.
9-6.
And 7 will serve again to Allie Schoenbeck. And to Riley. Nice to get up there, but she wasn't quite able to snap it down.
Eleva-Strum making a bit of a comeback here. They were down like 5 points not too long ago, I think, and now it's only 2, 9-7.
And it's up by Faith. And 3 tips it over. And Lancer's not quite able to recover that. I think it just kept going back. After one person not quite able to get there.
Good hustle though still. If they had had 5 hits, they would have got it over the net. Score is 9-8. One more here for Eleva-Strum.
And we'll have 7 serving again. It's up by Annie. Faith sets it to Allie. That's a nice push, but Leva's there to recover it. 8 tips it. Allie receives it. And Avery hits it over. And it'll be a Lancer point because Oleva's in the net. Eleva-Strum.
Lancers regaining a 2-point lead here. Score 10-8. Definitely a closer game than it was a little bit ago. So both these teams still showing they can be evenly matched here. We'll have to see if they keep it up. Lindsay's going to be serving for the Lancers.
We have Bryn in for somebody and Lindsay in for Annie, I think. He's serving. It's up by 7. And Allie tips it back over the net.
Now that was a great play there by
That
Allison.
really was.
Definitely, the other team didn't expect that one at all.
It was a nice read on the spot. And it's in the net by Lindsay.
Don't see Lindsay miss her serves that often.
No. The net has
That's-
not been our friend.
Scores 11-9. Lancers up.
And it's just served by 8. Up by Faith to Lindsay. And hit by Bryn. That was a nice spot. The libero's not quite able to get there. For Lancer
Bryn-
point.
Bryn can really get some downforce on that ball there. Those are really hard to get for the defending team. Score 12-9. Lancers up.
Emma Miller came in for Riley and is now serving. This will be her first serve of the night. It's up by 8 to 6 and then to 3. It's a nice tip, but Allie's able to get it up to Emma and Bryn gets it over. 5 up, 6 tips it. Lindsay's able to get there and Emma sets it. And Bryn hits it, but doesn't quite get a snap on it and it's out of bounds.
Definitely not one of the Lancers' best volleys. Had some miscommunication early on, which they got through, but I don't think they ever really recovered from it there. Score is 12-10. Lancers up by 2.
We have number 5 serving for Eleva-Strum, Jordan Turk. It's a nice hard serve to Faith Kazemba, up by Lindsay. And a nice adjustment by Allie to drive it over to 8. Up by 6, and 15 hits it to Faith. Up by Lindsay. And Allie pushes it over. 15's able to receive it, and 3 pushes it back to Emma. And Bryn hits it to 8, and it's right over. Allie gets up there and hits it to the open spot.
Both teams doing a great job of moving around the court, not really letting any team have a free point anywhere on the court, but
Definitely.
Lancers definitely have the advantage on the offense right now. Just they have a lot of people that can really get hard spikes. Score is 13-10.
Well, Faith Kazemba serving to the libero. Nice up by 6, and 3 tries to drive it, but drives it into the net for Lancer point.
Score is 14-10 as Faith goes back to serve again.
She had a really nice hard serve there. We'll see if she does it same spot again. Oh, this one's short to the libero, gets it over. Up by Faith. And Erica tips it, but 3's there to 6, and 3 goes up to hit. And that's a nice block by Claire and Erica there.
Great blocking tonight by the Lancers as well. Eleva-Strum's got a couple off, but Lancers have definitely been dominating on the net in that respect as well. Score 15-10.
It's been a big game at the net tonight. And she serves it to 1 for an ace. Not quite able to get it up and forward, I guess.
Yeah, that was a rocket of a serve there by Faith. I don't know if it would have been in if someone hadn't hit it, but...
Those are hard to read. And Faith serves it back to the libero. And 6 goes up. 15 hits it. But she was in the net, so it'll be Lancer point again.
Man, it's too bad she was in the net on that one. She definitely caught the Lancers off guard there.
That was a great spot.
Yeah. 17-10. Lancers up
for 5th serve, I think. And that one's out of bounds, and they don't touch it.
Yeah, that one caught a bit too much air there.
Yeah.
Carried a lot farther than she wanted it to, I'm assuming. Score should be 17... Maybe it is 17-11. I thought it was 17-12, but...
I'm not sure. Serves up by 8 to Emma, up by Lindsay. And Claire misses the hit there.
That one came off Claire's hands wrong. I don't know how, but...
Timing was a bit off. We'll have 8 serving again. Jaden Ellefson. Up by Emma to Lindsay. And a nice roll by Claire there. 7, set by 6, and 7 hits it off the block to Lindsay to 8. Bryn. Claire pushes it to 3, 6. And 15 hits it down. And Emma, Lancers get it up very well there. Bryn tips it. And 15 hits it, but Lancer's not quite able to get the block back over.
I don't know how the Lancers managed to save that one.
I don't know how Eleva was ready
ridiculous.
for that one, too.
Yeah. Very well played by both teams there. Lancers not quite able to take it in the end. Lancers are still leading by 4, score 17-13. Lancers fan base definitely came out strong tonight here. I don't think I've heard anything from Eleva's fans, but...
Our fans are always ready.
Yep, Lancers fans have been chanting continually.
Both teams are really equal tonight. We're bound to have some good games.
There they are in the corner over there.
Not quite sure what they're doing, but
being loud.
Now they're being loud.
And they're loud in this gym, which if you look around is an absolutely huge gym, so they're really being loud.
Just mainly like a certain 2 people, but it's okay. And we have Lancers back on the court and Eleva-Strum heading out. Cardinals. I should just say that. It's a lot easier. And we'll have 3 serving. Kylie Putzi. And it's up by Bryn. Lindsay sets it back to Erica, who pushes it over to 8. Up by 15 and pushes it to 7. Up by Bryn. Lindsay sets it to Claire. That's a nice spot in the corner there. And I think Cardinals were called in the net again.
Yep. That was a great spot anyways, though, there by Bryn. Right in that back corner. Those are always hard to judge whether they're going to be in or out. So nicely placed by Bryn there.
And very hard to get there if you're not in the right position.
Yeah. Even if you do know it's in, it's hard to get.
And Bryn serves it to 8, who puts it into the net, and 6 isn't quite able to get it out.
I think out of all the places to hit it up, when you accidentally hit it right next to the net, that's the worst thing. I've never played it, but...
Bryn's up to her second serve from the libero. 6 sets it to 15. Up by Faith, set by Bryn. And Claire hits it to 3. Libero saves it. And it'll be a free ball over by 3 to Emma Miller. Up by Bryn. And Erica hits it. Wonderful spot. 8 not quite able to react in enough time. But
nice placement there by Erica, but 15 definitely got some power on that one spike of hers.
Scores 20-13 Lancers. And Bryn will be up for her 3rd serve, I think. Up by libero, set by 6, and a nice drive by 7. Erica gets the block, and 15 not quite expecting it.
Lance is just dominating the net here in the second part of this first set.
I've said definitely a lot. Okay. Bryn serves it again. It's a nice short 1, 2, 3 to the libero, and 15 drives it over to Emma. And Annie tips it off of the setter and 15, and then 15 drives it, but it's up by Emma. And Claire that was about to be a very nice save if we had 4 hits.
Yeah, great hustle there by Claire, but
All the Lancers kind of just somehow hit it back in a line and got it over the net, but it was in 4.
21-14 is the score. Lancers leading by 7.
Then we have 6 serving, don't have her number, and it's up by Faith to Avery. And hit by Erica into a nice corner there.
Man, I thought that one was going to be out, but just great placement there right on the line.
That was great.
If you don't have their names, you have to call them like 007.
Or just their jersey number. No, she's on here somewhere. I can't remember which one she is, though. Claire serves it to 3, up by 6, and pushed over by 7 to Avery. And Riley will set it. And Erica tips it 15 to 6, but I think 6 is going to get called on a lift there.
And Eleva-Strum doing a pretty good job playing the net there until they got a lift called on them. Another timeout, I think, called by Eleva.
Yeah. I think the first one was too, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So
I don't know how many timeouts you get in a match or set or however they do it, but
I'm assuming 2, but I'm not sure either.
that sounds reasonable. So the score is 23-14. Lancers leading.
We were really close there for a while.
Yeah. The beginning of this set was quite close, but Lancers have pulled ahead now. I think mostly because they got their front line really strong here now. Aleva's having a hard time getting any spikes past the blocks, and
Yep.
Lancers are definitely pounding their back row with kills.
Lancers are trying to get them to react a little faster there in those corners.
Aleva's doing a great job receiving most of the spikes, but you can only get so many before one finds its way through.
And Claire serves it to the libero. It's a nice up. 6 gets it back to the court, and 15 over to Claire. Up by Avery, and drove over by Josie. Up by the libero to 6, and hit by 7. Lancers will be called in the net for Cardinal point there.
Yeah, I missed who was in the net there, but somebody got called for going into the net. Scores 23-15, so Lancers needing 2 more points to take this first set. Eleva-Strum's really going to have to work for it.
Claire. And Avery is called on a lift. She wasn't quite in the right position to pass it there.
Lancers have a couple points to give away here, but they can't give away too many. It's not guaranteed yet.
We'll have Nelson serving again. Faith Summer hits it right back over to 5. Hit by 7. And the net kind of tricks it up, and Faith isn't quite able to get there again.
Eleva-Strum definitely hasn't given up yet, and it looks like the Lancers might have for a little bit here, so they need to get their act back together here.
And it's up by Riley to Avery. And Annie goes up for the tip, but it's a bit of an awkward spot.
I think that's like 4 free points here in a row for Eleva-Strum. Scores 23-18.
Oh. Lancers definitely need to get back in it. And it'll be up by Allie to Avery. Hit by Annie. There's a nice spot.
That's a good way to get back in it.
Definitely.
Very nice placement there after a great setup by Avery. Nicely done by Annie.
Eleva-Strum not quite able to get there. We'll have Josie Nellman serving, I think, for the first time tonight.
I think for the first time that I've seen in a varsity game.
Yeah, me too. By 3, 6, and hit by 5. Avery's there to get it up. Riley hits it, and Annie rolls it. 6 gets it.
Oh.
And 1 tries to tip it back over, but the Lancers are there with the block, and no one's there to receive it.
Great blocking by the Lancers here tonight.
It really is. Both teams were on top of their blocks at the start, but Lancers have definitely been blocking so much, Eleva hasn't had much of a chance.
Lancers definitely have the advantage of having a quite tall team.
Definitely.
And a really good front row here this year. That's their main. They're good all around, but their front row is definitely where they have the biggest advantage over most teams. I was looking at them when they were standing. I think they stand in height order for the national anthem. And I think my sister is about an average height, and she's like
And
in the
that's
bottom
like
third.
Uh,
So Lancers definitely have a lot of tall girls on their team this year,
yeah, definitely.
and athletic girls too.
Eleva-Strum is definitely still in this, though. They're an even match for the Lancers.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly happened differently in that second half versus the first half, but
Yeah, in the first half of that first set, they were very equally placed.
yeah. Both
I mean,
teams were going back and forth with who was in the lead,
Yeah,
if I remember right.
the Lancers took an early lead, but then Eleva almost caught all the way back up. It was like 2-7, and then it was 9-7, I think. And then the Lancers kind of ran away with it.
And the
Oh,
people
Matt's
almost
been
went back.
kidnapped.
Keeps the games exciting.
Levi tried to do something, but I don't think it worked.
I'm not quite sure why we're switching sides, but that
Because no one was in that part of the court. They needed to fill it.
we'll fill it with our presence very easily.
Both teams retaking the court here.
And I think
Looks like it'll be about the same starting lineup, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. No noticeable changes.
Not sure who's starting with the serve. Don't remember who started first game. None of the line judges have the ball yet, so I think they're just finishing up their lineups. And
33 more seconds or until the refs are ready, I think is how that works. Yeah.
yeah,
until
we're
the
mainly just
refs.
waiting on the refs.
Refs are ready to go here.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to start serving, but I'm guessing since the Lancers started last time, they will start it. Oh no, the Lancers didn't start last time? Yeah. So they're starting this time. Bryn Schoenbeck's going to start serving here. And we're ready. Perhaps.
I think so.
Yep. Here we go.
We're in serving to the libero, up by 6 and drove over by 3. And it's up by Emma to Bryn. And Annie hits it. And 6 gets up to block. 16 hits it over 15. And Emma is able to get there, but not able to get it up easy enough for the Lancers to get there.
Great dig there by Emma. She just couldn't quite get it to go where she wanted, but that was definitely a nice spike by. I missed who did it on the Cardinals side,
I
but
think it was 15, but I might be wrong. So serve by 3 to Faith Kazemba, to Bryn, and Erica hit it. Leva blocks it, but Erica's able to get it over. And 15 hits it over again.
15 definitely coming out
Yeah.
strong here out of that break in between sets. Score is 2-0. Eleva leading.
We'll have 3 serving. Kylie Putzi. To Faith Kazemba, up by Bryn. And hit into the net by Annie.
Eleva-Strum definitely coming back out hard with blocking here. I think that one was mostly in the net, but
Yeah.
they were
Up by
ready.
Faith. Tipped over by Erica, and that's a nice spot to get the Lancers started this game.
Great decision there by Erica. They were expecting another hard spike and had set up for it with their front line blocking and their back row ready to dig it, but tipping it in between they didn't have an answer for.
We had Claire serve it to 3, who's not quite able to get behind it, so Claire will get an ace on that one.
We haven't seen too many aces this game, so both teams
Really
doing a
aren't.
pretty good job receiving for the most part here. Scores 3-2, Lancers down 1.
I think that might have been the second ace. And it's up by 3, really close to the net. 16 tries to get it out, but I think she ended up just hitting it back in.
Yeah, nice try to extract the ball from that situation, but
Good of her to get there. It's a nice play. Hit by Claire again. 3 is a nice up there to 6, and 15 hits it, but Erica blocks it. 7 tips it over. Claire's able to get it up. Erica tips it again to an open spot. She's done a really nice job of finding those.
great playing by Erica there. First with that great block and then changing the direction of that spike. I don't know if that's hard, but it always looks like it would be hard to me.
Well, Claire serving it. Up by Eleva to Faith. Up by Bryn. And hit by Riley. Libero has a nice up. 15 tips it over to Bryn. Riley sets it. And Erica with another nice tip. Cardinals not quite expecting them, I guess.
Another one of those tricky side hits there.
Yeah.
She was really doing a good job of that. Claire's serves have been amazing, but so has the receiving from Eleva here.
We'll have Claire up for a fourth serve, I think, to 3. And it just drops. Bit of a miscommunication on that side. And we'll have a timeout called for them, too.
Score is 6-3 here. Lance is leading. Definitely not what Eleva wanted. There was that miscommunication. They don't want the Lancers to pull too far ahead in this.
I think Eleva had a really nice start.
Yeah, they had a great start there. Erica mainly has been the one.
She's been up at the net basically the whole time and just hitting it right back down to him.
But a 15 can get a couple more. So far it's been a competition between 15. Who's 15? Olivia and Erica.
I feel like if this keeps up, we're going to need a little like competition afterwards. Who can block the most and then go right back up and hit it. Claire's up for her 5th or 6th serve now. By 3. 3 tries to get there and 8 tries to get it up too, but
it's going to be called a lift there. I didn't think that was a lift, but
I'm not sure, but it didn't go over, so that's...
Yeah, I don't think they would have been able to save that one anyways.
4 in. That was an interesting one. And Annie hits it right back.
That was...
Okay.
That was a lift.
6 kind of carried it up, but there wasn't much else she could do in that position either.
Yeah. Great block there by Annie.
And I think we're going to have a replay because of 4. Don't think the refs were talking and didn't realize that 4 was coming in. Not sure why she didn't just wait, but I guess maybe the one down there probably told her to go in.
So it's a replay?
Yeah.
Okay. Score is still 7-3 then, I think. That's what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, we'll see if it's right. And Claire serves again, but it's into the net. The replay kind of shook her out there. We'll have Ali Schoenbeck in for Claire.
That's 2 serves the Lancers have missed here tonight. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Score is 4-7 here.
We'll have 6, who is on here, I don't know. Up by Erica, Avery, and Annie rolls it to the back in the libero. And set by 6 and 7. Up by Faith to Avery. And Erica hits it to the libero. And Annie goes up to hit it back over, but hits it a bit low and doesn't push it up, so it'll kind of drop on the
Great movement there again by both teams, really covering the entire court. Scores 5-7, Lancers up 2. I can math.
6 will serve it over. And Allie's not quite able to get behind it for Cardinal point.
I think that's the first ace here for Eleva-Strum in this set.
Yeah.
Scores 6-7, only 1 down for Eleva. This is how it went last game, kind of, or last match, kind of as well.
6 will serve again, 2-4, and Allie gets it up, but Erica and Avery aren't quite able to get there.
All tied up 7-7. Lancers having a bit of a hard time receiving 6 serves here, so nice serving by 6.
A chill out for 5th serve, I think, and it's inbounds. Lancers did not read that one right.
I think that was another ace there, so great serves here. 6 really.
The 4th or 5th ace of the night.
Laying it down.
6 has had a really good night between her setting and her serving. And it'll be up by Ali Shervick to Avery and hit by Annie. 4 not quite able to get there to get the Lancers back into the game.
Both teams doing a great job of those cross-court hits tonight.
We had Allison Schaller in for Faith Kazemba.
It's all tied up again at 8-8.
Erica serving. Nice up by 8, 15, and free ball by 7 to Erica. And Annie hits it to the open spot in the court. Lancers are doing a really nice job of finding those open spots.
Both teams have definitely left their open a bit too open. They're open a bit too open. Their middle a bit too open here sometimes.
And Erica has a nice serve to 15. She's not in the right spot.
Oh,
to
we've
receive
taken
it.
down one of the posters here.
So that'll be an ace for Erica. We're seeing a lot more aces this set than we did last set.
Yeah, no kidding. This has been much more of a serving set than the last one.
And A hits it. Allie tries to get a tip over, but she isn't quite able to angle it, and we'll have a tip called on it by one of the fans, and the refs will listen to them.
Brian changing the ref's call from way up here in
I
the
was not
stands.
expecting that one. Erica's serve is out of bounds.
Score is 11-9 here. Lancers leading by 2.
16, Brianna Nelson serving. Up by Annie. Tip over by Avery.
Oh,
Cardinals not expecting that, and it
yeah,
was right in the corner.
great job there by Avery. I think she's had 2 of those this game.
Those are not normally what you see from setters, though. So, great idea. We have Avery and Annie out for Bryn and Lindsay.
Lindsay's going to be serving again. Last time I think she got one and then hit one into the net. So see if she can increase her average here.
It's up by 4.
Great blocking there by the Lancers.
Yeah, I think Riley just kept blocking it right back to them, and they weren't quite able to get it over. I wasn't sure who all hit what there, though.
Yeah, it's really hard to extract it from the net when you hit it up, it comes right back down again.
And Lindsay has a nice serve again to the libero. Up by 6, pushed over by 5. Up by Faith, I think, to Lindsay. Hit by Bryn. Up by the libero to 4. And a free ball over by Eleva. Up by Allison. Up and over again by the libero, but she isn't quite able to direct it inbounds too.
Leva's back row is definitely working double time here.
Oh yeah.
And they've done a really great job, just can't catch everyone. Scores 14-9, Lancers leading.
Yeah, the libero especially has done a really nice job of getting there. It'll be up by 4 to 6. And 7 will hit it to the open spot on the Lancer side.
Another time they left their center just a bit too open. I think you either leave your center open or you leave a path to one of the edges. And it's just about the other team realizing that.
Have to watch where you are. And it's up by Allie to Lindsay. And hit by other Allie off of 6's arms out of bounds for Lancer point.
Great kill there by Allison Schoenbeck. Scores 15-10. Lancers lead by 5.
And it's served by Emma to 1 to the libero. Tipped over by 6, I think. And Faith will hit it up, but out of bounds. Up and over the net. She did a nice job of getting there, though.
Good try there by Faith, but
And it will
really
serve
nice
again.
hit by Leva.
Up by Faith. Lindsay sets it back to Allison. Up by 16. Push over by 6 to Lindsay. Set by Allie. Hit by Bryn to Emma. Set by Lindsay. Hit by Bryn. Up by 3 to 6. And another hit by Bryn. Lancers are up to block, but Allie ends up pushing it up. And a back row hit by Faith to 3. And Eleva tries to tip it over, but misses it. And is unable
Great
to
playing there by Eleva. First with the block and then a nice spike set up and almost got another really nice, whatever you called it, quick
Yeah,
something.
just a quick. I think that's what we call them at least. Another nice serve by Faith, straight to 3, not 3, 1 to 3 to 6. And Claire will hit it. And 8 isn't quite there. She kind of sticks an arm out, so it goes off to the side.
Faith having a great night for serving here. Scores 17-11. Lancers up by 6. Seems like we might have a repeat of the first set here with both teams being really close in the beginning. And now Lancers pulling ahead again.
I feel like we had this score too. It's up by 1. 6 isn't quite able to figure out what to do with that one there. It was kind of a hard height to judge.
Lancers up by 7 here. Score 18-11.
And Faith will serve it again. And it's out of bounds.
I think that's what got her last time too. Just hit it a bit too hard.
She's got like a nice straight serve, which I would love to have, but the downside is that if the other team doesn't go for it, it's normally out. Served by 5, up by Emma to Lindsay, and pushed over by Erica. That's a great spot to the back corners. Eleva almost gets there, but
great placement there. That's sometimes just having a well-placed one is just as important as hitting it hard there. Score is 19-12. Lancers still up by 7.
well, Bryn serving to the libero, up by 6, and 15 hits it. And it's nice up by Emma to Bryn. And Erica hits it, up by 3, nice reaction. And then 1, and then 15 is a free ball over to Emma. And Bryn sets it back, but it's over the net and out of bounds, so it'll be Cardinal point.
If we're going to have a repeat of the last game, I think here's where the Lancers almost let them catch up again.
We'll have 7 in for 1, Kelly Hansen on the Cardinals.
Eleva definitely still has a chance, though. I mean,
Yeah, anything's possible.
yeah.
Up by
Lancers
Emma,
aren't playing
hit
good
it
enough
hard.
to totally stop Eleva from having any chance here.
Not sure what happened there. I think 15 either just reacted and put her hands up, or she thought she was at the net, and then she kind of blocked it down onto her side. But we'll have Claire Schoenbeck serving. And it's up by Eleva into the stands for an ace for Claire. It's another one this set.
Yeah, I think Claire's had like 3 just this set, so. Claire also having a nice serving night. We have a sub coming in here.
We'll have
Josie.
Josie Nauman in for Annie Oster. And it's tipped over the net to the open spot. Cardinals aren't quite expecting
I
that.
think that would be my least favorite thing to receive is when the serve hits the tape there.
It just flips up and then
Yeah.
short.
It's like you think it's going to hit here and then it just totally changes and you're like, oh, come on.
Well, there goes that. I've seen a lot of really nice saves off the net, but it's very hard to do.
Score is 22-13 here. I'm assuming Eleva called the timeout, but
Yeah.
I missed it. So
Eleva called it. I mean, they're still in it. It'd
Yeah.
be a bit difficult with the momentum the Lancers have, but anything's possible.
the Lancers did lose their momentum. I think it was at this exact score last time,
I think
and
the
Eleva came back.
Cardinals were a bit higher. Claire will
Hey,
send it
we're
for
back.
5. Libero gets it up, and then Riley tips it back over on the block.
The Wi-Fi decided it had had enough there for a little bit.
Did not want to see how this game ends.
Yeah, you guys didn't actually want to see the end, did you?
And Claire has a serve into the net. Is that her first of the night? I
What?
think it might be. I think it might be her first serve in the net of the night.
I think she actually ended her last one that way too, maybe, but I'm not for sure.
But she had a good, like, 4
Yeah,
5
anyways,
serves
good
before that.
run.
We'll have 6 serving for the Cardinals
2 more
Okay,
points for the
Alistair.
Lancers here.
to Avery. And Erica hits it, and it gets in between the block on the Cardinals side.
I always wonder how that happens. Like, they seem to be right up against the net, and then
Yeah.
there's the spike, and it gets in between you and the net
They
somehow.
must hit it, like, down, I guess, and be too far off. I don't know. And Erica has a nice serve right over the net, and 3 isn't quite able to get it there and
Oh,
up.
and that'll be the game.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody realized we were that close to the end, because I didn't hear any Uno Mas or anything.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The
That's
fans,
normally what
fans
keeps me
missed
in.
it too. So one more set here. So Eleva-Strum not out of it yet. They are going to have a hard time coming back and winning a 3rd set, being down 2-0.
For a second, I thought that they were shaking hands, and I was wondering how off I was, missing the game point and then the match.
We're going to have a, they have,
A drawing?
I think it's like breast cancer awareness night here.
Oh, yeah.
And so they had donations and lottery tickets here. So they're announcing a winner here. I don't think anyone cares. I don't think any of you can buy lottery tickets.
Oh, I thought you meant anyone here. I'm like, oof,
Oh,
Sherman.
no.
I wonder if anyone from ILC put their name in.
Probably.
Sure, they might have. I think we like to do that a lot of the time. We'll have a very long in between game break here.
Yeah, I think there's a 5-minute break here for the.
Number 1, kitchen basket, Annika Oyam.
The kitchen basket
Craftsman, Maddie Bertrand.
and a craft spin.
Number 3, Sensi basket, Dean
A
Nelson.
Sensi basket.
Number 4, Cozy Blanket, Kristen Ellison.
Cozy blanket.
Number 5, Fall basket, Linda Winju.
Fall basket.
Number 6, Apple
Just naming
cider
them up.
basket, Maria Coolidge.
Apple cider basket. These are very
7,
interesting,
Home
actually.
Improvement basket, Melissa Torres.
Home improvement.
Number 8, chocolate basket, Jennifer
Ooh,
Iverson.
chocolate basket.
There we go. Sherman's interested.
Heidi Emerson.
I missed what that one was.
Who wants a home improvement basket when you can just have chocolate
I don't know
instead?
why I know everybody should have just gone for chocolate. So I have them.
Number 12,
To work or eat chocolate.
Number 13,
I picked chocolate.
basket, Amber
We have people standing on both sides of the court here. And they have volleyballs. I don't know what they're going to be doing.
I'm
But-
surprised we're not getting into it.
Venus Bluff, Todd
I could see Levi just kind of going up for it.
I'm not sure. Not sure what's going to happen.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay. So
oh.
this is not something I normally see. We've had 2 in. 3 in, 4 in. The guy in the red pants is a bit behind. There we go.
We've decided, our fans have decided the red pants guy should win. I think blue has
We
it.
should do stuff more like this more often.
I don't know what the, why they're doing this, but it is kind of entertaining.
It's pretty entertaining.
They're pretty good at it, too.
I wonder if they practice. I know I wouldn't be able to do it without practicing.
I think Gray has so many in his pants now, he's having a hard time getting more. They're all getting pretty full up here.
Do they have like a time limit, or is it just?
It was 3 minutes, so when the clock runs out here, minute. Oh,
Wait. I don't know how many more each of them can fit in their pants. I guess.
now they like
that
catch
was-
them with their arms and shove them into their pants.
Throw them into the pockets.
Slowed down definitely, but there's still another minute 30 left. They're having to collect the balls now from the other side of the court. Oh, another one for Gray.
Gray's done a really good job of keeping them going. Red, they all got another one in.
Oh, Red got another one in, Gray.
They're not in his pants, but that one.
Yeah, he has them.
Just carrying.
Oh, he got another one. Oh, blue.
Okay.
Oh, Red almost getting another one there.
Yeah, I feel like we should
Gray.
do this at Immanuel. Oh,
Oh, I think that's
Okay.
time.
are we gonna see
Nicely
who has the
done.
most?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's whoever has the most.
I'm kind of curious. They all looked fairly even, actually.
Yeah. Those pants are really stretchy.
Yeah. They did not look that big before they put all the volleyballs in. I did not think Red was going to catch up that much there. The Immanuel fans picking favorites. Blue won with 13, I think.
The blue team was Rick McSorley on number 13.
Do we get to know what the point was, or was that it? Seems like that was it.
Oh.
It was just entertainment, so there's
Wait,
your
really?
entertainment for the
I
night.
feel like they got some prize out of it.
Probably. I would
Oh.
assume so.
Their version of canteen credit or something. I think we all kind of are.
Okay, and we're back to volleyball perhaps in a
And
bit
on
here.
that note,
I mean, I guess that was kind of,
there was a little bit of volleyball. They were underhanding serve it over. They
yeah.
had some pretty accurate serves, I will admit.
What? Yeah. Wouldn't have worked very well in our gym because they were getting some pretty good arcs on those, and our gym it just would have hit the ceiling.
Would have to see like come straight back down. You could have had the pants guys on the same side as the servers. It probably would have worked.
Just hit it straight up.
I think a couple of them they even threw over. To me,
And
if it
both
worked.
teams have really taken the court here. See if they've gained any knowledge from their halftime entertainment.
Everyone comes out and starts serving underhand.
Hey, underhand serves can be dangerous every once in a while. I would like to see someone do it on varsity every once in a while just to throw the other team off.
Yeah, I know one of my volleyball coaches, I think it was Mrs. Schaller, used to have us always practice underhanding because she injured, must have been her shoulder, and still played volleyball, so she had to serve underhand. She's like, if you get really good at it, it's just as effective. Well, up by Faith Kazemba. Rolled by Erica to another open spot. The middle again.
Great hustle there by number 3, but not quite able to get under it in time. Lancers will take the early 1-point lead.
We'll have Bryn Schoenbeck serving for the Lancers. It's a nice serve to 3 there. Up. Bit of a miscommunication. I think the setter was trying to get help, but nobody was.
Yeah, miscommunication there. Definitely not what Eleva needs in this third set here. Lancers taking 2 points ahead now.
And Bryn will serve again. Up by 3, straight over to Faith Kazemba. Up by Bryn. And hit by Annie. It's a nice spot to 8, 6, and 7 hits it. I think that was going to be in bounds, but Emma's not quite able to get behind it, so she'll hit it out.
Your coach is proud that you still remember what she told you.
That's nice. I'm kind of surprised I remember too. Nice serve by 6.
Oh wow, the
Emma
save
hits it
there by
over.
the
Great
Lancers.
reaction by Faith and over by Lancers. 15 tries to tip, Lancers block, 7 to 6 to over. Claire pushes it to the libero, up by 6 to 15. Up by Emma, up by Bryn, and hit by Annie. And I think that's 3 again. It's a nice save to Emma, to Bryn, and hit by Erica. Nice block by 15. And Claire hits it. It's up by 6. 15 with the free ball over to Bryn. To Claire. And Erica kind of pushes it to the ground. 6 not quite able to get to the edge there.
Great volley there for both teams. I think that's one of the longer ones we've had here. We've had a couple of pretty good ones, but that was definitely one of them. Score is 3-1. Lancers leading.
It's a really nice block by 15. Claire will serve it. And it hits the top of the libero's hands, I think, so it kind of just goes straight.
Another
back
ace
down.
for Claire. She has quite a few now.
Yeah. She's had a really nice night serving. And it'll be her second serve. Up by 3. 6 is able to get there, and 8 will hit it. But it'll be out of bounds. Didn't quite
Felt
get
like
high
it was
from her.
quiet there. Turns out the fans weren't cheering there for a little bit. They forgot. They got so engrossed in the halftime event that they forgot that they were cheering for volleyball here.
They
Score is
forgot that we were playing
5-1.
an actual game. Claire's up for a third serve. Up by the libero to 6. And 7 will push it to a really nice spot. Claire's not really ready for it.
That was a great play there by
That
7.
was.
It wasn't really a spike, more like you said of a push, but very well placed and pretty fast as well there. So nicely done
kinda
there by number 7.
Threw it to the ground, but in a legal way. The libero will serve to Faith. And hit by Erica. She sticks her arm up, and it'll go right out of bounds. She
Another
didn't
great
score
play there by
there.
7, keeping Eleva in this. Scores 5-3, Lancers up by 2.
Had some really nice plays at the net by Eleva-Strum. And the libero. Nelson will serve to Faith, to Bryn, and hit by Annie. And 3 does a nice job of getting there, but isn't quite able to get it up into the court. So that'll be Lancer points.
Score 6-3, Lancers up as Erica goes back to serve.
And we'll have Erica serving for the Lancers. She had a nice run before, if I remember right. 3. And Allie goes up to hit it, but I don't know if she realized how far off the net she was. So
Yeah. Well, and how high the ball was there. She thought she could jump, like, I don't know, 12 feet? That was really high.
I was going to be a really nice hit if she could get up there, though. One serves it to Faith, up by Bryn. And there's a nice hit by Allie, but it's kind of straight across, doesn't get down.
That time she was able to jump high enough, but might have overcompensated there, hitting it out of bounds. Lancers only up by 1 now, score is 6-5.
We'll have 7 serving. I think I said that number wrong. Kelly Hansen. And Faith gets there. Bryn tries to get it out of the net, but kind of hits it.
We're going to have a
straight.
timeout called by the Lancers here. It's all tied up 6-6. I think this might be the first timeout the Lancers have taken.
I think it is.
So
Unless that first one was, but
yeah.
yeah, both.
I don't feel like it's that much different than any of the other sets. It's kind of been the same every set so far here, but
I think if anything, it's just been closer by both teams rather than
yeah.
fluctuating. I don't know if that's the right word, but going way up by one and then way up by the other.
Lancers definitely did slow down there a little bit for those last few points. Lost their flow.
We'll have Hansen still serving for the Cardinals. I think it's her 3rd or 4th serve, but I'm not sure. 21.3 seconds left in the timeout. And it's up by Riley to Bryn. And Annie hits it. That's a really nice spot by 6. I don't know if she meant to do that or not, but either way, it worked out great.
Well, if the timeout was to get them to start playing better again, it definitely worked there.
Yeah,
At least for that play. Score is 7-6. Lancers leading by 1.
We had Lindsay Sito in for Annie Oster. She needs to put her knee pads on.
She gave up.
Hopefully she doesn't dive. And up by 8-6. And hit by 3. Up by Faith to Lindsay. Allie rolls it over. And Cardinals able to get there but not get it back up after that.
Tricky.
Really nice reaction though.
Tricky play there by Allison. Lancers have done a really good job just tipping it over here tonight.
She's had a lot of really nice rolls. And Lindsay serves it to the libero, up to 6. And 3 drives it. Claire's able to get there, or Bryn's able to get there off the block, but Riley hits it into the net.
Riley had a lot of down on that. If it had been on the other side of the net, it would have been hard to get, but I think she was a bit further away from the net than she thought she was.
We had 8 served to Faith, to Lindsay, and hit by Bryn. Off the block by 3, and 5 will come around for a hit on the Lancers. I think it went through their block, but I'm not sure.
Nice job hitting it right along the net there by number 5. And it's all tied up here again, 8-8.
Elfson serves to Faith, hit over by Lancers, up by Cardinals, bit of a miscommunication, up by Allie, hit by Bryn.
Wow.
Hit by the libero and tip over by Eleva. But Allie ends it with a nice tip, and 8 isn't quite able to get there. It's a really nice reaction though.
Wait, are we gonna have a replay here?
Was
I think that was just called a replay.
both teams were in the net.
Yeah. Well, very well played volley there, either way by both teams. Lance is definitely on the attack, but Eleva-Strum playing good defense there.
An 8 to Ali Schoenbeck, and Bryn tipped it over. 8's not been able to get there. She's had a lot of really hard spots tonight.
Yeah. All the Lance's front row is really playing quite exceptionally tonight. But Eleva-Strum definitely has some great front row players here as well. 15 and number 7 have had great plays.
Emil served just over the net, and it's tipped over.
Yeah, one of those tricky hits right on the tape again. And that one was even worse because it looked like it was going to go out of bounds in 2 directions.
And they have all their front row switching on that side, so they
Yeah.
didn't have front row to react. And that was a nice serve by Emma. And the libero has a nice up 6. A nice tip by 3, but it's blocked by the Lancers. We'll have a free ball over by 5 to Faith. Bryn will hit it, and 16 gets it over. That's a nice free ball to Emma. And Bryn hits it to the libero. 6 gets it up. And it looks like 5 tried to tip it, but kind of missed the timing there.
Great hustle there by Eleva-Strum to get that one save there.
That was a really nice free ball over afterwards, too. And has a short serve to Cardinals, and it's tipped over by 5.
Nice.
Daniel's not expecting that.
Yeah, nicely set up there. That was hard to see coming. And then well placed afterwards as well. So score is 11-9. Lancers up by 2.
With 5 serving into the net, that looked like it was going to be a really hard serve there, though.
Definitely not what Eleva needed there, though, if they want to stay in this.
Both teams have kept it really close. But
Faith serving here. She's had a really nice night tonight. See if she can keep it up.
so for her first serve of the set. Up by
That's good.
Libero. And she'll get there to get it back.
Oh,
Lindsay gets it out of the net, but I think she accidentally slid under the net in her attempt to get there. When you have that much momentum, there's not much else you can do. But
yeah. You can only decelerate so fast.
3 hits it. Emma gets it up, and Bryn, and Faith. I keep messing up the names tonight. Sorry.
So close there. I'm always impressed when they get those really fast 2 hits in a row that they still have time to direct it. Like, I feel like that would just be instinct, but
Faith gets it up, and Erica pushes it over to the libero. And 15 goes up for a really nice quick, but Lancers are ready to block that, which is very hard to do.
yeah, Lancers have just been dominating the blocking game tonight. Anytime Eleva brings it close to the net, Lancers are there to try and keep it from coming over. 13-11 is the score. Lancers lead.
And Bryn serves it to libero. I don't know if she just got the wrong spin on the ball, but it ended up going backwards, so she went to hit it.
Another point there for the Lancers, bringing their score up to 14-11.
Bryn serves it again to 3, set by 6. And 7 tries to tip it, but Claire blocks it. Annie hits it back to Claire, but Cardinals will have a nice block for their points.
I think the Lancers front line there expected the back line to pick that one up, and the back line expected the front line to get that one, so
That was a very
miscommunication.
in between
Yeah.
block. It wasn't quite short, but it wasn't quite long either. 6 has a nice short serve there, but Faith's able to get it. And Annie hits it, but 3 is not able to get under it. Lancers are really working their back row hard, and you can tell.
Yeah, I would not want to be playing back row for Eleva. Not that I'd want to play anything for either team, but definitely not back row for Eleva.
Nope.
Score is 15-12. Lancers up by 3.
Well, Claire serving again. Up by 3. 6. And 15 will drive it over. And Bryn doesn't realize anyone's behind her. She tries to get it up, but Lancers aren't quite able to react.
Definitely been probably the closest set we've had here so far.
Yeah, I think at this point we're normally at about 10-17 or
Yeah.
so.
So nice job by Eleva of not giving up in this third set and keeping on going here. Not letting the Lancers steamroll with their momentum.
We had Ali Schimbeck to Faith and pushed over by Erica, up by I think 5. 5 hits it, up by Ali to Avery. And Erica hits it to 6. Libero sets it. And 7 tries to tip it over, but Riley and Erica are there on the block again.
More blocking there by the Lancers. They've just not
They're
letting,
really on top of it.
not giving the Cardinals a break here tonight.
And Erica will serve it to 7, who gets it straight over, and Annie tips it. 6 isn't quite able to get back enough to get it up.
Score 17-13 here. Lancers leading by 4.
And Erica will be up for her second serve. Up by Libero by 6. And 7 will tip it. They're up to block again. Over the block to Avery. Up by Riley. Free ball over by Ali. Libero 6. And Cardinals not quite able to get there.
Miscommunication first by the Lancers and then by Eleva-Strum. Both teams definitely thrown off in that volley. Score is 18-13. Lancers.
Lancers gaining a nice lead. Will be up by Libero. And another miscommunication.
Another miscommunication for Eleva, and that'll lead to a timeout being called. Both teams definitely seem to have slowed down here in this third set. I think everyone's just tired tonight. Even the JV game was just slow. The gym's too big.
I'm not sure what's going on, but everything's kind of just going over our heads. But a lot of teams come back a lot better after the timeout. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll see if Cardinals can catch up to the Lancers here.
Yeah, it gives you time to refocus, or I don't know.
Hear your coaches yelling at you like firsthand instead of just hearing it from the sides where you can tune it out.
Need that negative reinforcement.
When you really realize that you need to step in it, it's good.
Oh, not that team serving. Turn the camera this way.
We'll see if the crowd serves.
I'm getting tired, okay? I want to go to bed.
It's just something in this gym. And Erica will serve it for the Lancers. It's up by 3, up by 6. Nice drive by 8. Allie Schoenbeck receives it to Avery. And Annie hits it to the open middle again. I think the Cardinals are starting to watch the corners after that first set or so. And then the Lancers are getting them in the middle.
Well, I feel like what happens is they watch the corners, and then the Lancers hit middle, so then they watch the middle, and then the Lancers hit corner. But Aleva's kind of been doing the same thing to the Lancers as well, so.
It's up by 3, up by 6 to 7. Up by Allie Schoenbeck to Avery. And a nice hit by Annie. Libero tries to get there, but isn't quite able to read it.
21-13 there after another spike into the middle.
We'll have Erica up for her 3rd or 4th serve now. One or the other.
And I think she might have been serving before the timeout too, so.
3rd or 4th serve after the timeout. Up by 3 to 6. And 5 hits it, but it's out of bounds. Score is 22-13. Lancers. No. Lydia goes to get the ball again. Track skills. We'll have Erica still serving. Cardinals haven't quite been able to get it back up. Of the libero to 6. And that's a nice reaction by 7 there. Josie gets it up for a nice hit to her, up by libero. 6 gets it out of the net, and 8 pushes it over. By Avery to Josie, and Annie pushes it out of bounds. I'm trying to think of the word there.
I have a hard time directing the ball with both my arms. I don't know how people do it so reliably with one arm. I've never understood that one.
Lots of practice. 7 serves it to Annie. 8 Barrow gets it. And 6 is able to get it back over. That was a great hustle. Up by Josie to Avery. And Allie hits it to the libero, up by 6. 5 drives it to Allie Schoenbeck. Up by Avery. They're going to call a lift on the Lancers. Not sure who, but that was a nice save by the Cardinals there.
Yeah. Score is 22-15 as Augusta serves again.
7 will serve it up by Faith. Avery back to Annie, but she isn't quite able to get on top of it.
Lancers have definitely started hitting it out a bit here. They give Eleva too much space. Eleva definitely can still come back.
But 7 will serve it out of bounds, which is just what the Lancers need right here.
Yeah, it's funny. There's like 2 ways you can gain your momentum back. Either you make a good play, or the other team makes a bad play.
Always depends. Like, both of them are nice, but
yeah. I don't know if one's more effective than the other or what.
I don't know. Well, Lindsay, the nice serve to the libero, up by 6. And 5 hits it over. Right to the corners. That was a great look.
Good try there by Allie Schoenbeck. Words.
She had a really nice hustle there.
Yeah. Playing the back row all by yourself is a hard life.
It's a nice serve. Bryn gets it up, and Lindsay's not quite able to get there. I don't know if she called help on that or not, but
I think she was scared of running into the bench there. Slowed down a little bit. Lancers only up by 5 here, so it's not out of reach for Eleva.
And Allie with a nice read. I think that was in to Faith and over by Bryn. Up by libero to 6 and hit by 3, but the Lancers blocked it out of bounds.
Only 4 up now for the Lancers. One of the closer games. I think this is where it was left at the first set. So 1 more point here and Eleva will be as close as they've ever been.
Yep. And Allie hits it. That's a nice corner there.
Yeah, beautiful
That's
placement
hard to
there.
read.
Almost perfectly in that back corner there. Now it's Uno Mas for the Lancers. Gonna be hard for Eleva-Strum here in this third set to keep the Lancers from scoring 1 point.
The Lancers take it. They'll take it in 3 like they've done every other game. 6 with a nice save out of the net, but she'll be in the net, and it'll be Lancer point for the
Kind
match.
of a disappointing end to that game, but
Yeah.
very well played there by both teams. Nice job giving us good games all the way up into the end.
That was
I
a
think
very
all the
even
games
match.
were pretty similar, yeah. Very even at the beginning. Lancers would pull ahead, Eleva would catch up, Lancers would pull ahead, Eleva would catch up. Eleva just never was able to take the initiative long enough to get far ahead of the Lancers here. So thank you for joining us tonight, and we will be back on Thursday, I believe, with home game.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. That's